Hi everybody, my name's Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah YouTube channel, Rumble channel, Odyssey channel, and you will find us on our website, yahuwahandthetorah.net. You will also find us at yahscriptures.com, and that is where you will find one of the greatest translations of scriptures that you will ever find. Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Good.
How's your week so far? Everyone alive?
Yeah.
Anything exciting? We need some jokes. There's a lot of, is there anyone have any good jokes? Anything at all? Nothing. Eli? Come on, man. I can count on you usually for a joke. Nothing from even back in the day.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, we are the people who believe what, then, Eli?
We believe the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator are still around to this day. We believe the first 5 books of the Bible, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The Torah, we believe that we should still be keeping them to this day. We also believe that our Creator's name is Yahuwah, not a title like God or Lord, because that is I am that I am. We also believe that his son's name is Yahoshua, not Jesus, because there were no J's in Hebrew, and he was a Hebrew man. We believe that he died for our sins.
That's good. Are the laws nailed to the cross, Caden?
No.
Why are they not nailed to the cross?
Joshua said he did not come to destroy the laws. Even the apostles kept the laws after Yahushua was gone. They kept the feasts, they kept the commands, they kept everything. That was still in effect.
Well, I've heard from people that when Messiah said, "It is finished," that he means the law, that it is finished, and that we no longer have to be under the law because people say that it is chains, it is literal bondage. Is this true or is this false?
No, he said it is finished because he meant like the curse of death, the curse of sin that comes with death.
Okay. And anything else? Jay, do you have anything else to pop into this?
No, believe so.
You guys are good. Okay. All right. Let me run through this real quick, guys. This is Yah Scriptures. It is 103 books with restored name scriptures. I think we may actually have the demo, the dummy copy in our hands today. We're going to do some video on this, guys. This is how you can literally help prisoners. If you buy a scriptures, for your scriptures, one scriptures goes into the prisons. This is what we are doing. This is what we are bringing online. I already have taken the very first 10 people that the prisoners that we have right now, and we're going to send the very first 10 scriptures out to the prisoners that are out there. And we have some who are very, very excited about this. They're going to see books, and you guys are going to see books that you'll never see anywhere else. This is a very exciting book with the amount of books that are in it and the amount of truth that is in it. This Apocrypha that you guys will see in this have been hidden from us for forever. All of these books right here have been ripped out, and when you put all of these books together, you will understand very, very clearly what the path to the kingdom is all about. And you will see all of our forefathers and foremothers and all of the people before us that were there and were trying to do it, and those who have failed, and those... It's just a historical background that you will never find anywhere else, all in one scriptures. So that is absolutely available. And if you want to see what these actually look like, they're available free of charge. And we encourage everybody to download these. The very first one right here is the full Yah Scriptures. It's a 66-book version in this, and then underneath that is the Apocrypha. And these two combined are the same one book that you guys can get. And for those who have eSword, the eSword modules are completely free. The download for iOS and Android. And also, there's a brand new book that we just put out. It's called Traditions of Men. Nicole and I have basically redone another book that was very, very much corrupted. And so we put this out there, and we're looking for those who would like to read it and let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you guys find any kind of errors or anything in there. We'd appreciate that as well. And finally, these are the Amazon books. You guys can get these. They're short. They're the shorter, smaller books. They are all the same ones that are also in all of Yah's scriptures. So they're the isolated stories if you'd like them.
And I added up all the books that have been sold since December that we've been paid for from December to March.
Yep.
And we can put 5 Bibles into the prisons with those.
Okay, so already right out of the gate, we're able to put in 5 free scriptures with what we have. And, there's never, here's something that I was thinking about the other day. There will not be a prisoner order that doesn't go out. If I have scriptures in my hands, even if people have not purchase scriptures, I'm not going to leave the prisoners. So if I have to put 1,500 Bibles into prisons absolutely free of charge, I will absolutely do that, because I'm not going to do what the Hallelujah Scriptures did. I'm not going to rip these people off for 13 years. And so, guys, this is the ministry, and this is how you guys can support it and help us get these scriptures in. Now, gentlemen, we are in the book of SHEMU'EL. Jade, you do a good recap on this. Anybody who wants to do a recap, Kate, do you want to do a recap? Or Jade? Anyone? Either or. I don't care. Go ahead and make it happen.
Absalom has taken over the kingdom.
Who's Absalom?
David's son. He has taken over
Who's Dawid? You say Dawid. Most people have no idea
It's
who
David,
Dawid.
but it's more of a Hebrew name.
Okay.
He took over the kingdom. He is now ruling. David is on the run. He's running from his son. Every time his son rise up and do something bad, he can't seem to punish them for some reason. He just lets them rule them. And then Absalom defiled David's concubines on the rooftops and tents in front of all the people. So Yahuwah's prophecy came true. He told him that all his women would be defiled before all guys Israel, and this is what his punishment was for committing adultery and killing another man for his wife.
And lying, deceiving, and doing a whole bunch of horrible things, right?
And so, yeah, now he is here being punished. There's some random people on the side of the road as he's walking there yelling at him and throwing stones at him.
Not just random people. It's a Benjamite.
It's a Benjamite,
And
which
not
is
only that,
someone of Saul's relative.
family, right.
Still some random, he's still there. But he was yelling and throwing stones at him, and David said not to curse him because this is from Yahuwah.
Okay, sorry for our dogs. We have 9 pitties, and they make noises and talk and do things of this nature, and there's not much we can do other than pet them. Okay, here we go, guys. Chapter 17, verse 1. And Achithophel, I don't even know if I'm saying that.
Achithophel?
Achithophel?
Achithophel, there's no
Achithophel.
R. There's no R.
Achithophel. All right. Said to Absalom, I'm going to kill it. Please let me choose 12,000 men, and let me arise and pursue David tonight, and come upon him while he is weary and weak. And I shall make him afraid, and all the people who are with him shall flee. And I shall smite the sovereign alone, and bring back all the people to you. When all return except the man whom you seek, all the people should be at peace. And the saying pleased Absalom, and all the elders of Israel. But Absalom said, Now call Cushai the Archite also, and let us hear what he says too. And Cushi came to Absalom, and Absalom spoke to him, saying, Achithophel has spoken according to this word. Should we do as he says? If not, speak up. And Cushi said to Absalom, The advice that Achitophel has given is not good at this time. And Cushi said, You know your father and his men, that they are mighty men, and they are as bitter in being as a bear robbed of her cubs in the field. And your being is a man of battle, and would not spend the night with the people. See, by now he is hidden in some pit or in some place, and it shall be, when some of them fall at the first, that whoever hears it shall say, There has been a smiting among the people who are following Absalom. And even he who is brave, whose heart is like the heart of a lion, would utterly melt. For all Israel knows that your father is a mighty man, and those who are with him are brave men. All right, so David has a reputation, right? He has a reputation of a soldier, right? A killing soldier, somebody you would not want to mess with. And so these guys are objectively trying to figure out how to overrun this guy without actually touching him, except his first guy. His first guy,
Achithophel, he just wants to go fight David and kill him.
Yeah, and so that was probably the advice that David would have fallen with, right? Except Yah again saved David, and this kind of action went down. Okay, 11. But I advise, let all Yisrael without fail be gathered to you, from Dan to Beersheba, as numerous as the sand by the sea, and that you yourself go to battle. And we shall come upon him in some place where he is found, and fall on him as the dew falls on the ground. And there shall be left of him, and of all the men with him, not even one. And if he withdraws into a city, then all Yisrael shall bring ropes to that city, and we shall put into it the wadi, until there is not one small stone found there. And Absalom and all the people of Israel then said, The advice of Cushai the Archite is better than the advice of Achitophel.
Achitophel. There's no R.
Where am I saying the R at? Achitophel.
You're saying tro.
All right, I may be illiterate here. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, for Yahuwah had ordained to nullify the good advice of Achitophel.
Ahithophel.
For the sake of Yahuwah bringing evil upon Absalom. You know, boys, what I'm really waiting on is I'm waiting for one of you guys to become the narrator and take this job over so I can sit on the outside and you guys can do this so my old eyes can take a rest. Any volunteers?
Sure.
You want to do it, Eli? Sure. Are you the next in line? All right, we'll see. We'll give you a day and see how you do. Okay. Cushai then said to Zadok and to Ebithar, the Kohen, say it.
Ahithophel.
Thank you. Has advised Absalom and the elders of Yisrael such and such, but I had advised so and so. And now send hastily and inform David, saying, do not spend this night in the desert plains of the wilderness, but pass over without fail, lest the sovereign and all the people with him be swallowed up. And Jonathan and Achimaatz were stationed at Ain Rogel, and his female servant would come and inform them. And they would go and inform sovereign David, for they could not be seen entering the city. But a youth saw them and informed Absalom. So the two of them went away at once and came to a man's house in Bacarum, who had a well in his courtyard, and they went down into it. And the woman took and spread a covering over the well's mouth and spread grain upon it, ground grain on it, so the matter was not known. Okay, so this is, let's talk about this real quick. This is, what happened here?
So basically, this is David getting back into the city, I think.
No, it's two guys, isn't it?
Well, it's David. Well, it's not
Okay, you're reading along with this?
two dudes.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
No, I was watching the dog.
You're watching the dog. Eli, what just happened here?
So I think David had like two messengers that would go into the city, I think, and they weren't supposed to be seen when they were to get the news from. I think it was Ahithophel on David's side.
No,
I
think that was a bad dude.
It was one of the two guys that were on his side.
No, it was Jonathan and Achimaatz, 17, were stationed at Ain Rogel, and a female servant would come and inform them, and they would go up and inform sovereign David, for they could not be seen entering the city.
Yeah, so David basically has spies everywhere, I guess. I guess David keeps sending people back or something. That's how David stays alive, because he has people informing him what's going on.
Yeah, and so let's talk about this real quick. These two guys get caught, and they go where?
Back to David. I think they're supposed to go back
Are you even listening to this at all?
Yeah, well,
Is anybody listening to this at all? What just happened to these two guys?
I missed the last part because I had no
All right, let's read this. Let me put my
16.
specs back on, gentlemen. Pay attention to this. You of all people. 18. But a youth saw them and informed Absalom. So the two of them went away at once and came to a man's house in Bacarum, who had a well in his courtyard, and they went down into it. Now let's try this again.
The dude went and hid it in a well.
Thank you very much. Yes, this is what I was trying to get to. Now, you guys have all been down in a well because we dug 4 wells here, 3 successful ones. What was it like going down in a well?
Not a lot of space. I don't know how they did. Maybe they dug them wider back then or something.
Maybe wider, but even if it wasn't wider, what's the process of going down into a well?
You gotta climb. You gotta
Is it easy? Is it easy? Did you just walk down into a well?
No, you have to kind of slide down.
How did you guys get into a well?
With a rope.
Okay, and so how and what?
You gotta hold on to the wall with one arm and hold on to any rocks.
Now, we lower you guys down when you went down the first time, or did
no,
you guys slid down the rope?
We did this well. We just slid down the rope.
Okay, and
slid
then
down the rope and climb kind of on the side, going down, using steps.
Okay, and for those, was it easy to get in and out of a well?
I would say out's a little harder because you gotta use a lot of wide shape to pull yourself out.
How do you get out of a well from 30 feet down? How did you guys get out?
You gotta pull on the rope and climb up. You kind of use the walls climbing in and pull yourself up.
Okay, did you have assistance getting out of the well?
On some of it, no. I
mean, you didn't have a big burly dude pulling you out?
Not on that well, but we did it this way.
Here, I was pulling you out of here. Dude,
you weren't here with the dogs. Yeah, I was with the other guy.
The inside?
Yeah.
On this well?
Yeah.
I remember pulling you guys out.
I don't think I was going to pull that one.
Well, you had no assistance coming out? Okay. So climbing out of the well, it's not easy, right? So these guys got into this well. This is the thing that, I mean, what I'm trying to get to this point is that getting in and out of a well is not going to be very easy. 2 people, could you have gone down into the well we were in?
I guess, yeah, you could, but
you would have been
it would have been cramped.
You would have been bear hugging each other.
You have about 3 feet around, so there's not a lot of distance.
Right, and so this would have been an extracurricular feat. It's a good thing these kids were youths, or actually not youths. I guess they weren't youths. We don't know.
No, the other kid was a youth.
Yeah, so if these guys were old, this would have been kind of a tough thing getting in and out of the well. So continuing on, and they would have had to. They probably slid all the way to the bottom, right? You would think, or actually they'd probably been in the water. So if they didn't hold on halfway down,
that's gonna be hard to hold that for a long time.
Yeah, so they either slid down and were hanging out in the water,
Probably safer down there.
Yeah, well, who knows what's down in the well? Did they clean the well out? I mean, when we cleaned our well out, we found like a Duracell battery and a whole bunch of frog skeletons. So, interesting. Here we go, 18. But a youth saw them and informed Absalom. So the two of them went away at once and came to a man's house in Bakhram. I already did this one.
About 19.
19. And the woman took and spread a covering over the well's mouth and spread, I'm already on that one too, and spread ground grain on it so the matter was not known. And the servants of Absalom came to the woman at the house and said, "Where are Achimath and Jonathan?" And the woman said to them, "They have passed over the stream of water." And they looked and did not find them, and returned to Jerusalem. And it came to be, after they had left, that they came up out of the well and went and informed sovereign David, and said to sovereign David, "Arise and pass over the water quickly, for thus Achitophel has advised against you." And David and all the people who were with him rose up and passed over the Yarden. And by morning not even one remained who had not gone over the Yarden. And Achitophel, I don't know where you are. I'm renaming this dude. This is his new name. Saw that his advice was not followed. So he saddled his donkey and rose up and went home to his house, to his city. Then he gave charge to his house, and he hanged himself and died. And he was buried in his father's tomb.
So this dude's like threw a fit. He's like no one followed, listened to him, so he went and hung himself. That's great.
Yeah. So you don't remember the story?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you guys make of that? The dude.
That's quite the pity party to throw.
It is a pity party. Lots of people suicide out all the time.
He could have joined David's team and like really helped out David.
Yeah, suicide is a real, people think that's a real easy answer out of things. But continue on, 24. And David came to Machanaim, and Absalom passed over the Yarden, he and all the men of Yisrael with him. And Absalom appointed Amasa over the army instead of Joab. Now Amasa was the son of a man whose name was Yithra, in Yisraelite, who had gone into Abigail, the daughter of Nakash, sister of Zeruiah, Joab's mother. Now, I don't know about that. That just sounded evil. That sounded evil.
There's some terrible things happening there.
And this is the one thing I think is interesting, is that Joab was replaced. What do you think Joab thought of that being replaced? First of all, it's
Joab is David's
right.
man.
He's not Absalom, so he probably doesn't care about being Absalom's man, but I don't know what's going on with his sister and mother.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
This guy should be killed.
Amasa was the son of a man whose name was Yithra. So Amasa, and he had gone into Abigail. So basically,
is this Joab's half brother?
It's Abigail, the daughter of Nakash, sister of Zerah, Joab's mother. So Joab's mother is Zerah, and it's her sister. So Nakash is the daughter.
So it's her.
So it's his mother's sister's daughter. Mother's sister's daughter. Okay.
That's too confusing.
Yeah, it is pretty tough. I don't know if that was a bad thing. I don't know if they were married. I don't know what exactly it was. There sounds like there's something more to this.
Yeah, it should be like they're just mentioned for a reason.
Yeah, it's probably in the book of Josephus. Well, we might get there when we're reading that. Okay, 26. And Yisrael and Absalom encamped in the land of Gilead. And it came to be when David had come to Machanaim that Shovei, son of Nakash, from Rabbah of the children of Ammon, and Maker, son of Amiel, from Lo-Debar, and Barzillai, the Gileadite, from Rogelim, brought beds and basins and earthen vessels and wheat and barley and flour and roasted grain and beans and lentils and parched grain and honey and curds and sheep and cheese of the herd for David and the people who were with him to eat. For they said, the people are hungry and weary and thirsty in the wilderness. This reminds me of Robin Hood. Remember the whole story of Robin Hood and the band of merry men? Mm-hmm. This is kind of what it was. They ended up in their little thing. But they were, David and his people. How many people do we reckon that are out there?
A lot. I mean, there's quite a bit.
And so they just brought a whole boatload of food. The Wellermen came and brought them all sorts of stuff. So do you think this fed everybody enough, or is it just a little bite? Because, when you have a lot of people, it takes a tremendous amount of food. And just to get that hunger off.
As I say, it was enough food to feed an army, so there's probably something about that.
All right. The people are hungry and weary and thirsty in the wilderness. So there we are. I guess the people of David are owned. All right, everybody. Well, thank you guys very, very much. We hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for being a part of this, and we will see you later.
All right. Shalom.
Bye.